Yeah, I think that martial arts, I think fitness in general provides superpowers for people. I really believe this, and I think that if people are not exposing themselves to hard things, I think they're just missing out on the ability in between the ears to really reach their potential.
It's interesting to hear you say that because that's something I talk about a lot too. And it's funny how when you start talking about the word superpowers, people almost like smirk at you a little bit. They're like, "Oh no, you're no man, like not superpowers." It's like, dude, maybe you just haven't been training long enough. But you gotta, I don't know, how would you define a superpower in terms of especially fitness or martial arts?
Well, I mean, if you think about like superpower in terms of like Batman or Superman or whatever you want to call it, right? They have something unique to the other individuals. Use Superman, his ability to fly, and I mean, he could do all kinds of crazy stuff, right? Or they have the Hulk who could grow to whatever. Obviously, when I say superpower, I am not I am not correlating your ability to roll jiu-jitsu to being able to fly, right? But what I am saying is that compared to most people, most of the time in daily situations, if you're intentionally exposing yourself to adversity on the mats in the gym, it gives you a set of skills that other people just don't have, which I would refer to as a superpower because it's more than what other people have. And that's being established by day in and day out, grinding it, doing hard stuff. And I think that it allows you to, when I use the word superpower, what it really allows you to do is approach situations with more calm, approach situations more calculated, and be the best version of yourself. And I have seen firsthand the correlation between the lessons you could develop, on the gym in the mats with how they imply outside in real life. I mean, I've gone through adversity just like many people have. And those life lessons have given me superpowers when approaching it in real life.
Yeah, the mental side of it. It turns you into almost a more evolved version of yourself.
That's exactly.
If you think about it.
Yeah.
Or maybe a more developed version of yourself, if you think about it. And my favorite philosopher, Eliphas Levi, his definition of a superpower is something that is outside of the reach of the common human. And that's basically what you were just saying was, compared to the common person who doesn't train, it looks like a superpower. And it really is. It's outside of what we would consider natural.
That's right. That's a great way to describe it. And I think that, if you're not inspired, I always talk about this, but it's like, look, people know that if they hit CrossFit or hit Jiu-Jitsu, they'll probably lose some weight. Maybe they'll probably get better blood markers, in particular, if you're doing strength conditioning. But it's in between the ears that really matters. And I think that if you're rocking Jiu-Jitsu and you're not doing strength conditioning, and if you're doing CrossFit or strength conditioning and you're not doing Jiu-Jitsu, I just think you're missing out. You're missing out on the overall superhuman abilities you can create, because I think grappling teaches you so much. I'm a huge fan, obviously, but you never really incorporate an external load. You're never really getting to reach your potential in strength conditioning. You're not. You're reaching your potential as a technique, but over time in jiu-jitsu, the better you get, the less you have to be conditioned. Like because you're learning how to manipulate positions better. And I think that if you incorporate both, that's really where that apex is, where that connection between strength conditioning and jiu-jitsu. Now you're really rocking.